everyone, welcome back to Cherry Theory. My name is Melanzi. I know a lot of you have probably heard of The Art of War by Sun Tzu, or maybe you have heard of The Romance of Three Kingdoms. However, I know there are still many people who do not yet know about the 36 Stratagems. This is actually a classic book in China. A lot of strategies were even referenced in The Art of War and Romance of Three Kingdoms. And today I am here to share the third strategy of 36, called Kill with a Borrowed Knife, as well as provide a modern interpretation of this strategy. This idea of killing someone with a borrowed knife first appearing in the Ming Dynasty. However, do you have an idea about who borrowed the knife and who was being killed? So let's find out. The story is told of Huan Gongzhen. He is the king of Zhou Dynasty vassal state called Zheng. According to the history, he ruled from 806 to 771 BC. During the spring and autumn period, he had plans to conquer the state of Kuwait. However, it was well protected and he didn't want to fight a big war with them. Instead, he devised a plan to defeat them from the inside. He held a large ritual in his country and also publicly announced that the elite soldiers of Kuwait country had made a deal with him to cooperating the inside and outside to take over the country Kuwait. He created a fake document to symbolize the deal and buried it under the altar and deliberate to let the spies of Kuwait country find it and steal it. The document described that when Kuwait was taken over by Zheng, the elite of Kuwait will be granted a special status in the state of Zheng. In addition, the entire captured territory of Kuwait would be split among them. The spy took the document to the king of Kuwait, and when he heard of this, he immediately became suspicious and put all of the people's name on the document into prison. When Huan heard of this arrest, he alerted the king of Kuwait that if anything should happen to the prisoners, he would be upset. The king of Kuwait, now believing the document to be true, ordered the execution of all the prisoners for committing high treason. Now with the elite gone, the conquest of Kuwait was then a fairly simple task for Huan to complete. Huan, through the deception, had set the foundations for a swift defeating of his enemy. He immediately attacked and wiped out the entire country of Kuwait in one fell swoop. The king of Kuwait realized that he had fallen into Huan's trap, but by then it was too late. So now you have heard the story, let's summarize what we have learned. If you are limited to your own strength, then borrow the strength of enemy. If you cannot neutralize an enemy, borrow an enemy's knife to do so. If you have no generals, borrow those of your enemies or another competitor of the enemies. The idea here is to cause the damage to your enemy by getting the third party to do the deed. In fact, it can be said that your enemy's enemy is your friend. So here's an idea for you. Don't expend energy to arguing with the opponent, but just say something that will worry them. Enough that they will waste valuable time, money, and effort in checking out what you say. So here's another idea for you too. Create competition between your opponent and another competitor by helping that competitor in some way in order to distract your opponent. So what do you think? Did you guys get the idea? Now let's have a really quick look at the original Chinese text for kill with a borrowed knife. This idiom is very commonly used in Chinese language, and its idea often followed in many circumstances. 借刀杀人，敌已明，有未定，引有杀敌，不自出力，以损推演。So what does this mean in English translation? Kill with a borrowed knife. With enemy known and a friend undecided, attract someone to be your friend. Leverage the power of your new friend to take down the enemy without expending any of your own effort. So did you guys learn something new today? If you liked the video, please give a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe my channel Cherry Theory and follow me on Instagram as well. On this channel, I will be posting more videos about languages, literature, history, fables, and small bites of wisdom. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye bye!